Well, the Cowboys played in the Hall of Fame game last night, but they're still waiting to find out if star Ezekiel Elliott will be suspended by the NFL. Last month, there were reports that Elliott could face a 1 to 2 game suspension. Jerry Jones addressed the situation last night. Let's take a listen.
The domestic violence is not an issue. Zeke has had some other things that have been looked at and are being looked at. But from the domestic violence issue, there's not an issue. There are a couple of issues that might or might not, and that's going to be up to the league to decide, fall in under the behavioral guidelines. And in my opinion, that we're preparing our team.
When would you expect that decision? Any indication of that?
Well, I would really hope that be immediately, and I think that we will see that imminently.
We're now joined by FS1 NFL analyst Ray Lewis, but I want to get this one started with Skip, because I'd like to know what you make of all this.
I was shocked by Jerry's demeanor last night. National TV, NBC. Obviously, he's pretty full of himself because he's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I still can't quite get comfortable with that, but he is. He was the most hated man in Cowboy Nation for a long time. I'm not sure anybody, any owner in the history of sports has taken more bullets, so to speak, than this guy has. And here he is. So maybe he was just feeling himself, but he was defiant and confident and concluded by saying, we are preparing, I'm paraphrasing slightly, but we are preparing as if Zeke will be with us from game one on. Really? Wow. Well, that was news to me because there was one dark day, what was it, about a month ago, when we came in here after the bar fight incident, and we thought, man, that's it. We were talking about, because there are many reports, much speculation about 6 games. Some people were going as far as to 10 games suspension. And then the bar fight incident went away because the accuser disappeared. I don't know what happened. I don't know, but he disappeared. And a bar fight incident that I heard about and told you about on this show never got reported, so I don't know what's out there about that. He did pull the woman's top down in the St. Patrick's celebration. Not good. And he was involved in a couple of car accidents, one of which he was just a passenger in, and he was caught speeding, going 100 miles an hour on the North Dallas Tollway. There in Dallas, it's said to be appealing that. But big picture, the one thing Jerry has going for him is this kid has not even been charged with anything, not charged with anything. So if, in fact, the domestic violence accusations are just those, and he was cleared by the 2 police departments in Columbus and Fort Lauderdale, now what does the NFL, how can it validate a potential longer suspension? I don't know. And I think Jerry's feeling confident enough that he doesn't know. So he is on national TV. To me, it came across like he's daring Commissioner Goodell. Okay, go ahead, be my guest. Try to suspend him and then try to back it up because you don't have anything. Wow, I don't know if that was the smartest thing for Jerry to say on national TV at this moment, because it could have prompted the commissioner to say, well, let's just stick it to him a little harder. But you know how Jerry is, he can't help himself, and maybe this is a classic case of he just couldn't help himself.
Personal conduct. I just asked Jerry Jones to call one Ben Roethlisberger and see if he charges to be suspended. And he can answer that better than I can. But I'll say this, when you talk about personal conduct, what the commissioner is looking at, although there is no charges, what he saw on that camera, you tell me that's becoming of an NFL player.
Not.
That bar fight. Now, too many people said, hold on, why would Jerry Jones, now it was reported, and Jerry said he had a talk to Zeke. Why would Jerry Jones talk to Zeke if he wasn't involved in this bar fight? That's conduct unbecoming.
I know, but it's possible I don't know, but I'm just saying he could have talked to him to hear from Zeke that he wasn't involved.
I feel very comfortable. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. He's going to get at least 2 games. And they open up at home against the Giants. They play defense. And then they go on the road to Denver. They play defense.
He's hoping.
Arizona Cardinals, they play defense.
He's hoping.
The Los Angeles Rams, they play defense.
He's hoping.
So I'm off and running. Because in the first part of the season, at best case, you are 2-4, you're 2-2, or you're 1-3. That what will happen. That will happen.
So
Skip.
you're rooting for a
I don't root for bad against nobody.
You do.
I think whether Jerry believes whatever he wants to believe or not, I think the bigger issue is somebody has to grab this young kid very early. His on the field play is incredible. What he does on the football field is absolutely I'm just amazing to see this kid play football. Even before he gets to that point, somebody has to step in and say, Zeke, do you know how many times you ran into issues? Sooner or later, you won't be able to get through all of these issues. And sooner or later, some of them are going to start hurting your pocket. Some of them are going to start hurting your teammates. And so that's why I think the bigger issue is a teammate, somebody, a brother, somebody needs to get in. And Zeke, like, bro, it ain't cool for you to always be associated with this fight, that bar, this bar, that, right? Because that's the thing that I think these young kids don't understand. And then when it's too late, it's already too late. So I think Jerry Jones could be almost in a pickle himself, because you're sitting there saying, well, I don't know, maybe this issue, maybe that issue. But the bigger issue is there's a bunch of issues on the table that's following this kid off the field, and I think that's what the real issue
You
is.
spoke to the team last year.
Yeah.
I can't remember what point in the year it was. Kind of
Early,
early.
early.
Did you speak directly to Ezekiel?
Yeah, but we didn't speak about nothing personal. And the only person I actually changed number, I do have his number, but that was from the Pro Bowl. The only person me and Dak has had conversations with each other. So me and Zeke, we definitely know each other with that.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
People think, well, it's the Cowboys, you come to Cowboys. This is not a Cowboy issue.
Right.
This is a Zeke Elliott issue. Parents of kids that's going to college don't normally leave family members home and move to where the young man or the young lady is going to school. That's not normal. Now, does it happen? Yes, but that's not normal. That's not a normal occurrence. That a father would leave a wife and another relative kid home in Missouri, move to Columbus.
I agree.
Because the family, the father knows. Parents know their kids.
Yeah.
Now, they might tell you one thing publicly, but they know what their kids are capable of doing.
Yeah.
This is not because he got money. This is not because of he's playing for the Cowboys. All money does is make you bigger than what you already are. If you like to turn up, you get turned up when you get money. And he's in Dallas. He's emboldened now because they as you like your idolatry, they worship those. The good players are revered. That's why a lot of those guys, when they retire from being Cowboys, they remain in Dallas.
They do.
Because there's no place you'd rather be.
Yeah.
But it's getting to the point, you better get him young.
Yeah.
Because if somebody doesn't get to him now, Skip, when he gets 24 and he's won an MVP or they possibly won a Skip, ain't no turning back.
Yeah.
Because he said, hold on, why am I gonna listen to you? I won a Super Bowl, I'm an MVP. I can't be doing too bad. And that's a terrible philosophy. And I'm telling you, he's heading down a road.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go down, Skip. You can't keep there. You have to work real hard to have this many coincidences.
Yeah. Back to back. Yeah. 100%.
So my biggest fear listening to Jerry last night on national television was I started fearing I was hearing that Jerry we 3 or 4 talked about yesterday, that Jerry, who has never been the real father figure that a lot of these players needed because he was just an enabler to me. He just told them what they wanted to hear. I got your back. Des says, when everyone counted me out, he counted me in, when maybe Jerry should have counted him out for a while too, for Dez's long-term benefit. Because at some point, father has to give son some tough love.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jerry has ever given any of those Cowboy stars any tough love. He's always been there for them. And Jerry has always believed that we all have, to use Jerry's term, frailties. Jerry's got his, trust me. And that the great players are often more flawed than the average players because it takes whatever that thing is in Zeke, that thing that you can't control. It's why he's so great on the field, but you have to be able to harness it.
Balance it, yeah.
And you guys
Great players do have more flaws because when you're great, you always believe that because you're great and because of who you are, you can get out of this predicament. And sometimes people are willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. But that's also a blessing and a curse, because you get that one person that says, okay, I'm going to make my name on your back.
I agree. But what did I tell you
Yeah.
at that after that Seattle preseason game last year, the third one, the dress rehearsal? Zeke busted in the secondary, and he looked for Cam Chancellor. I'm going to go run over that guy, the baddest man in the secondary in the NFL, the baddest safety. I'm going to go hit him. I'm going to show him I'm here.
He bust through that dispensary door too.
Okay,
in
but he did. Okay, but that edge is what he play. He plays with that edge.
Full speed. It's the full speed. It's the full speed, right? It's some people in life that have a full speed button. Whether it's on the field or off the field. And right now his button is full speed. Right. And so I think, well, look, I think we're all saying the same thing, but the bottom line is this kid better get it together very quickly, or we're going to be talking about other things.
It's a dangerous pattern of behavior, and that's